The race to build humanoid robots is accelerating fast. Everyone is staking a claim on the future of human-shaped intelligence. Because once these tools can think, the question isn't what jobs they'll take, it's what roles we are willing to give up. At Tesla's 2025 all-hands meeting, Elon Musk made his plan clear. He wants 5,000 humanoid robots built by the end of the year. The first Legion, he called it. That number is expected to balloon 10 times by the following year. And what makes Musk's vision different isn't just the number of robots he plans to produce, but also the nearly infinite applications he envisions for his robot legion. At first, the Tesla bots will be limited to doing work in factories. But at last year's We Robot event, we saw bots mixing drinks, dancing, and even talking to attendees.
Hey, Figure 1, what do you see right now?
I see a red apple on a plate in the center of the table, a drying rack with cups and a plate, and you standing nearby with your hand on the table.
Great, can I have something to eat?
Sure thing.
Great, can you explain why you did what you just did while you pick up this trash?
On it. So I gave you the apple because it's the only edible item I could provide you with from the table.
Based on the scene right now, where do you think the dishes in front of you go next?
The dishes on the table, like that plate and cup, are likely to go into the drying rack next.
Great, can you put them there?
Of course.
All right, so how do you think you did?
I think I did pretty well. The apple found its new owner, the trash is gone, and the tableware is right where it belongs.
For a long time, companies like Boston Dynamics and Unitree focused on something almost mythic, creating machines that could move like us, to go from shuffling or wobbling along a factory floor to being able to leap, twist, sprint, and perform a backflip required mastering physics, and these companies have nailed it. Boston Dynamics is the godfather of mechanized robots. The company spun off from MIT in 1992 and announced their first robot dog, Big Dog, in 2005. It was intended to be a sort of robot pack mule for the US military. It offered impressive stats, but its noisy gasoline engine ultimately prevented it from ever being deployed. Boston Dynamics discontinued Big Dog at the end of 2013, and 3 years later they released Spot, a leaner electric model that even became available for sale to the general public, briefly starting in 2020 at a cost of $74,500. That's over 90 grand in today's money for a robot dog that can open the door. Boston Dynamics announced their humanoid robot Atlas in 2013. The hydraulic-powered robot was initially designed to assist in search and rescue operations, but over the years it has continued to evolve and become more capable of even more tasks. Last year, the company announced an all-new version of Atlas. Like Spot, it's an all-electric model, and its ability to move around like a human, but with superhuman strength, is becoming more and more impressive with each new video the company releases.
A new company wants to explore this. It wants to use cutting-edge robotics and artificial intelligence to do head transplants. Will it work out? More importantly, are we as a society ready for this? Our next report tells you.
At first glance, it looks like a scene from a dystopian movie, maybe even some evil robot factory. Imagine this, a robotic surgeon hovering over a body, its octopus-like arms at work. It swiftly removes the head of a dying man, and with the same speed, puts it on a healthy body. If you think this is some video game, think again. This is BrainBridge. It's the world's first such concept for a head transplant. The aim is to use cutting-edge robotics and artificial intelligence. That way you can swap heads and ensure faster recoveries. So how will it work? The head will be placed on a brain-dead donor. That way it will maintain the memories, the cognitive abilities, and the consciousness of the transplanted individual. But it's not as easy as it looks in the video. It requires very sophisticated systems, ensuring a precise connection between the spinal cord, nerves, and blood vessels. Otherwise, it won't work. BrainBridge says the first procedure can happen in 8 years.
Project 2045, transferring human consciousness into robots and computers and eventually into synthetic embryos. They want to create and supply the world with affordable Android avatars that will be controlled by a system that links people's brains with computers. We have that now. 2020 to 2025, they would like to create autonomous life support systems which a human brain can be taken out of a body and kept alive while being linked to a robotic avatar. Their hope is that the person whose body is failing can live a full life. 2030 to 2035, a group wishes to create immortality by building a computer model of the brain that allows human consciousness to be transferred into the artificial carrier, giving everyone the possibility of a cybernetic immortality. And by 2045, they would like to have established a new era for humanity in which technological brains and transferred minds can receive new bodies with capabilities that far exceed the abilities of the standard human body. They're talking about avatars.